Welcome back, hockey fans. I'm your host, Bentley Brant, along with your cameraman, Nate Noble, as we get ready here for the nightcap on this Thursday night in the MMJHL. Stonewall Jets hosting the St. James Junior Canucks. Look at both of these teams coming into this one. The Jets trying to battle back after dropping their last two games, 8-4 and 6-2 against the Railer Express and the Reals. Meanwhile, the Canucks trying to build off of their 4-1 home win against the Twins. And we'll take a quick look here at the starting goaltenders in this one. And Spencer Hamilton getting the start for the Jets in his two games, played 100 minutes, goals against average of 3.6, save percentage of 890, a .898, and he has one win and one loss on the season. He has a shutout in their home opener when they won 6-0 over Raiders Junior Hockey Club. Meanwhile, at the other end of the ice, Connor Murphy getting the start, and in his three games played, he's played 183 minutes, .14, goals against average of 2.29, save percentage of 939, and he is also 1-1. And here's a look at the leading scorers for both teams. Pam Bateman leading his crew in his three games has 4 points, 3 goals, and 1 assist in that. And along with him, Rylan Slatcher right there, 2 and 2, 2 goals and 2 assists in 3 games, as well as Gavin Hollard with a goal and 3 assists. Same with Carson King, all with 4 points for the Jets. Meanwhile, the leader there for the St. James Canucks, Jay Sanderson leading the pack, and he's got 1 goal and 1 assist for 2 points in his 2 games on top of the points for the visiting Canucks in this one. We got Canada coming up, and following that, we'll be with you here shortly. It's the Canucks and Jets coming your way in a couple minutes. And as the teams get set, ready to go here, Carson King skates into the draw, ready to get it going here for the hometown as he awaits his opponent. And it'll be another 12 as in Werfel into the draw, one back, and the Jets control off the opening possession. We are underway here from Stonewall, deflected in off a couple sticks, worked ahead at the neutral zone, quick shot, and Murphy tested early, works that right back in front, jabbing away at it, and that one comes up. Thorson able to get it out. Stoven pushes it in at the line. Thorson and Braid Thorson works that ahead ice, trying to get it to Arneson, won't go for him. And into the zone come the Canucks. That went off the glass, bouncing puck, and calm down. Warfel is trying to scoop that up. Stoven works it ahead, And Bateman, cross ice pass to the far side. Here come the Jets into the zone. Walking in, quick shot. Blocker save on the opportunity from Murphy. Another quick shot by Bateman. Murphy able to get the pad down on that one. Phillips from behind his own goal turns it over. Jets with some pressure mounting here early on. They feed that into the slot. And that's off the stick of Phillips. Out of the zone. And quickly now worked ahead on the near side as Hogg Watson. And that one fired into the skates of Phillips on the opportunity. Battle forward on the far side. Talon Hogg had that free for a bit. Now Phillips trying to work it ahead to Osterman on the near side. And he'll play that all the way down the ice. As the Jets stumble in behind their own goal. They'll work that to the blue line, right into the slot. Here come the Canucks. And they're unable to corral that puck as that worked out of the zone. And played right back in. Collin puts that to the far side. He goes for a change. Canucks controlling at the line. Worked across. Warsaba plays that down low. Scooping that one up now. And Parnell cycles around the goal. Back to the point. Scooped up and now going the other way. And Karshowski puts that one off the glass. Played in at the line. Jets got a tag. Murphy leaves it behind his own goal. Canucks ahead on the near side. And Stewart can't work it any farther. And now able to get that one ahead. And quickly worked into the zone, walking in. And McIntosh, not anything going for him. He'll have to try again as that comes all the way out. Played across by Thurf and ahead into the zone. And McIntosh again with it. Can't do much with it. Slapped ahead. Clements plays that to the point. There's a ripper. And getting the pad down on that one is Murphy. Turnover. Here come the Jets in the attack zone. Clements centers into the skates. No one home. Quickly on that loose puck. There's Brooks. Brooks gets that out of the zone for the time being. As the Jets. Aired pass. Jamming away at it on the near side is McIntosh. Puck centered and into the zone comes Stonewall. Stonewall making their way through traffic is DePerez. He can't do much with it. And off a couple sticks. In the attack zone, Garshinsky couldn't cover that one. And it comes out of the zone. Stoven to play ahead. Off a couple sticks. Ward can't control that one. And Smith works that across. Quick shot. And the pad save on that opportunity there. Newcomb. Canucks working it into the attack zone. They'll dump that one down. And the Jets work their way ahead right in front of the Canucks bench. Cutting right back to the forehand. And Newcomb puts that off the side of the net. Back to the point for Stoven. Stoven shot. And that one swallowed up by Murphy for a stoppage and play. Opening 4 minutes. Go without a whistle. And we got our first stoppage here. Shots on goal right now reading 7-0. All Jets in this one. And Murphy keeping his team in this one early on. King ready to go on the draw. And that one knifed away from him by Phillips all the way to the far side. And that's unable to held that one at the point there for the Jets. Loose puck. Arneson walks in. Has 3 Jets all over him. And Carson King, the Jets captain, works it to the far side. Here comes Stonewall. Quick little move there. Centers. Won't go. Stoven walks in. Fires. And gloved by Murphy and held on for a whistle. Here's a look at a replay of the opportunity early on here for the Jets. And Murphy able to have the answer. .425 ticked away on the clock as King wins that draw. Bateman on the near side. Looks for the centering pass. Won't go off a couple sticks. And cutting in on that one. Cross pass won't go for the Jets. Scooping around is Hogg. And he can't do much with that. He gets tangled up. Phillips to go the other way. Phillips walks in. Pass across. And Purnell can't do much with that opportunity. Battle forward down low. Phillips. Shot from a tough angle there, and that one just skips over the net. Jets trying to work it out of the zone. Jamming away at it. Arneson comes free, tries to center to Collin, won't go. And that one gloved and held on. We got a stoppage in play. As Hummenin will hold on as the first two attempts he faces. Here's a look at his first shot. Had to make a nice pad save on the kick out. As a tough angle there. Sharp angle for Phillips on the shot. Off the draw, Canucks win back. And they fanned on that one. Skirmish for the puck ensues. Jets ice it all the way down the ice. So they'll come back and do it again. Some extracurricular activity as the Jet hits the ice. As things brewing up here behind the play. 14:43 on the clock. Shots are 8-2 in favor of the Stonewall Jets. Collin set, ready to go on the draw. So Collin takes on Slatcher. And on the tie-up, Canucks come free. Quick shot. That one hits a pad wide on the deflection. Puck scooped up by the Jets. Karzowski out of his zone. Takes a hard hit. And that puck's going to come right back here as Chipman works that across for the Jets. And the Jets get that one out to center ice where it's controlled now here by Purnell and crew. Purnell trying to push that ahead ice. He won't go. Osterman giving him help. Osterman cuts in on the loose puck. Puts on the brakes. Looks for a pass. Finds Collin. Collin stop shot and off the mark there. Brilliant scoring opportunity for St. James early on. Couldn't hit the target on that one. Working the other way is Chung. And he'll go through traffic. Now pass across. That one rings off the iron for Stonewall. And another shot there. Chung on that one. And getting his shoulder on, that's Murphy. Puck comes out of the zone. And the Canucks overskate that one. Stoven scoops it up. Dangerous opportunities at both ends of the ice. Long stretch pass as Chipman works that ahead. Battle down low into the slot. Won't go. Stoven now with it. Puts on the brakes. Pass across. Shot doesn't make it through traffic. Battle on the near side. Stoven beats his guy. Works it down low. Clements to pick that one up. Looking for the centering opportunity. That won't go for Stonewall. Stonewall now with the puck. Vitelli, his shot through traffic. Pad save. Vitelli picks up his own rebound. Knocked off the puck. Jets stay on it. Vitelli can't get to that one. Held at the point quickly across to Stoven. Stoven shot through traffic. Gloved and held on by Connor Murphy at 13:03. Score is 0-0. Shots 9-2 in favor of the Stonewall Jets. Here's a look at the best opportunity of the night here for the visiting junior Canucks. As there's the center to Collin, and Collin just rips that wide of the goal, trying to go glove side. Carson King ready to go on the draw, and King wins that back to Stoven. Stoven's shot, that one hits a stick in front, picked up here by St. James, and worked across by Gavin Smolcha. Long stretch pass off the skate of King into the zone. Delayed offside as Stoven picks that one up. McIntosh tagging. Jets going the other way, centering to King. King spins right in front for Bateman. Bateman back to King, picked off on the opportunity. And the Canucks, they'll clear that one all the way down the ice. Icing wave, Lorenko works that across to Stoven. And the Jets to make their way up ice. They'll just dump that all the way in. Carter Jordy on that one, Jordy ahead. And then Canucks had to be careful there on the change as that puck came right from their bench. Hogg plays that into the far side. Bateman now with the pain. Bateman turns that one over. Jets hold at the line. Bouncing puck. And gloved ahead. Scooped up now here by Stonewall into the slot. Pass across. Bateman puts on the brakes. He'll go to the backhand. Tried to center that in front off the side of the net. Scooped up behind by Garshinsky. And he's got a handful of Canucks harassing him as he'll work it down low. Circling from the top. Bateman works that across. And Hogg can't settle that one down. Talon Hogg with the pass ahead. Payne Bateman on that. He takes a big hit as he gets reefed at center ice. Quick shot in by Garshinsky is held on by Murphy for a whistle at 11:38. Here's a look as Bateman had to take a hit there to make the pass into the attack zone. As there he is working down there. Got all of that hit there on the hit from the Canucks. That was Aiden Werfel getting the better of him. Draw one here by the Jets as they carry the pace of play early on in this 0-0 game. And that puck's played up over the glass at 11:32. 0-0 game, shots 11-2 in favor of the Stonewall Jets. Garshinsky set in the draw, ready to go. And he'll win that one again. And the Jets couldn't handle that as that comes out of the zone. They're going to work that across to Hogg, trying to work it away from Osterman. Osterman all over him. Parnell with the puck. Parnell walks in. He's going to go around behind. And the one-timer doesn't work out there for St. James. Quickly ahead, Clements walks in. He's got Vitelli with him. Battle for the puck down low. Osterman, tic-tac-toe. Held at the line and now taken out by Stonewall. And that went past Slatcher. And Warsaba plays that to the far side into the zone. Parnell giving chase, and he's behind. That's going to be an icing against the St. James Junior Canucks. 10:52 on the clock. Goaltender's perfect so far early on in this one. I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with your cameraman, Nate Noble, bringing you tonight's MMJHL action. And we're ready with the draw down coming now here to the left, to the right of Connor Murphy off the draw. Scooped up by St. James. Osterman ahead ice. And he'll fire that one dangerously into the Jets bench. Bring us a stoppage of play here. So faceoff comes out of the zone. Kai Smith set on the draw, ready to go. And Smith wins that one back against his old team to Chipman. And into the zone. Murphy. He'll play that one back. Connects ahead on the far side. And the Canucks just dump that out. Kai Smith on that one. Puts on the brakes. Feeds that ahead. And jamming away at it into the attack zone. Walking in comes the Jets. Pad save. Rebound right in front. Kai Smith couldn't get it done on the tic-tac-toe as that one just rolled off the backhand of his blade. Puck iced all the way down. Here's a look at that opportunity as Smith trying to break the ice open in this one for the Jets on ice and just rolls off the blade of his stick as he had the backdoor opportunity against Murphy. Slatcher in on the draw. He'll win that one back. Stovin walks into the shot wide of the goal. Loose puck. And the Canucks trying to work that ahead ice. Battle on the near side. Werfel jamming away at that one. And now Wilson plays that to the far side. Stovin trying to get his stick on that one. As Buffalo plays it ahead. Slatcher can't connect. Loose puck. Pickpocketed for a second by St. James. Now dumped into the zone by Chung. Stovin at the line. His shot deflected and a pad save. Murphy seeing it the whole way. Shot wide of the goal as it slapped in by Austin Lorenko. Puck worked out of the zone. Ward giving chase. Takes down Lorenko. Ward. But a pad save on the opportunity there for Ward. And jammed into the zone by Phillips. And Ward out there. But Samelcha trying to get something going for the Canucks. Worked all the way down the ice. And Karzowski first one back there as he can't do something with that. A little bit out of his reach. Phillips works that ahead for the Canucks. Ward tips that into the zone. Back half of the opening frame. Goaltender's perfect so far. Hummelin hasn't been tested much as Hogg works that one. Correction, Hollard works that across to Hogg. Out of his reach. Phillips jams it in. Hummelin now, he'll leave that one. And Noah Slobozhin. Next, Real leaves that one on for Peyton Bateman. Bateman to go ahead on the far side. And Hollard across to Hogg. Hogg fires that one in at the red line. Skips all the way across. Hollard works it down low. Bateman in tight, jamming away at it. Perfect opportunity. And the Canucks can't find it on net. Circling around now with it. Here's the Jets. And that shot by Hogg doesn't get through. King now with it. Pad save. Rebound smothered up by Murphy. At 8:07, shots 14-3. All Jets in this one. Murphy keeping this one. A perfect duel of the goaltenders early on. And off the draw. King now with it. And he'll work that one around. Jamming away, scores. And the Jets strike first in this one. It's Peyton Bateman getting it done in front. Off the win of the draw from King. Assist picked up by Gavin Hollard. And here's a look at the win. King plays that one down low. And Hollard to Bateman. Beautiful goal there. And after 15 whacks away, they're able to get that one past Connor Murphy. Time of the goal, 11:59, 1-0 Jets. Vitelli trying to add on to the lead as he walks in. Shot wide of the goal. Puck picked up by Osterman as he makes his way through traffic. Chipman with it. Jams it across ice. Centering pass, and that's an error on the backhanders as the 21s exchange the puck with back-to-back turnovers to each other as the Jets walk in, and Clement's way offside by a couple feet there. Off the draw. Puck cleared into the zone. Slatcher works that one ahead to Vitelli. Canucks. Clements gets his stick on that one off his skate. Chipman works it ahead. Tic-tac-toe. Osterman fires that one in. And Hummins plays that away from a Canuck in front of him. It's Osterman. Working ahead. Clements now with it. He'll walk into the attack zone. Puts on the brakes and Murphy freezes at 6:56. Shot 16-3. The difference maker in this one as the Canucks find themselves down 1-0 on the road. Thanks to the stick of Peyton Bateman, the leading goal scorer for the Stonewall Jets. Slatcher in on the draw. That one won back by Samacha. Battling forward at the line. Stovin works it in. Delayed offside. Karzinski. He'll tag up at the line as the Canucks play that into the neutral zone. Canucks give chase on the dump in. Slatcher first back scores. Tight angle shot. And the Jets are up by 2. Loosely played in. Slatcher tagged up and gets the tight angle goal. 2-0. And a quick lead at home as they pile on the shots here. And Rylan Slatcher, look at this play here. Extra hustle on the tag. Beats out the Canucks defender. Tight angle shot. Sneaks it past Murphy. And we got a 2-0 Stonewall Jets lead. Midway through the opening frame as that puck cleared in. Skips over the glass. 17-3 are the shots and goal in favor of the Stonewall Jets. As Kai Smith in on the draw, wins that one. A little bit of a tango up there and dumped in by Lorenko. Battle for it down low. And Stovin works around. There's assist on that goal. We'll get to that to you as soon as we can. As Stovin gives chase. And that's going to be an icing. Bring us a stoppage in play here. 6:07 to go. It is 2-0 Stonewall Jets as they pile on the goals here at home early on. And off the draw, jamming away at it. Right in front and smothered up by Murphy. Austin Lorenko picks up the assist there on that latest goal. He's the one who dumped that one in. And King wins the draw. Hard hits the ice. And we got our first power play of the game coming up here. It'll be the Stonewall Jets trying to build on their lead here. As we look at the penalty kill for the Canucks, 81.3%. That's 6th in the league. Power play for the Stonewall Jets coming into this one. Their power play is first, operating at a brilliant 36.4%. Stovin with it. He'll work it across. Hillard trying to add to the lead. Stovin. Pass across to Carson King. Bateman in the slot got tied up. And that puck cleared all the way down the ice by St. James. 100 seconds remaining on the man advantage as Hummenin leaves that. Puck worked to the far side as Jordy was the guy guilty of the trip. Quickly ahead. Hillard walks in. Plays it to Bateman. Bateman tries to center that. And that's up into the netting at 5:20. So 1:22 on the Jordy trip. 5:20 on the clock here. Shots are 18-3 in the opening frame in favor of the Stonewall Jets, and the scoreboard reflects that with their 2-0 lead. King on the draw, and that one worked back to the point. Stovin, he'll play that across, back to King. King cycles that one across to Stovin on the spin move. Shot, and Murphy couldn't see the rebound. No one there for the Jets as King was a little bit behind it, had to skate to scoop up that one. Pollard works at that loose one, and Osterman jumping on him, works it out. Calling to Osterman, trying to short-handed opportunity. Stovin breaks that up, and he had King chasing down to help him on the back check. Pollard now working it into the zone, across to Bateman. Bateman walks in, loads up. Couldn't get a shot past Phillips. Bateman now with it, he'll work it down low. Vitelli, watched by Phillips. Phillips with it, and Pollard knocks him off the puck. Battle for it down low. Jets come free, firing and trying to go top shelf. Won't go for them. And that puck cleared all the way out after the opportunity by Vitelli. 23 seconds to go, Larenko. He's got assist in today's game. He'll take it from behind his own goal and loop back again as they'll set up one more attack here on the power play. Slatcher makes his way head ice as he fires that one in, looking for his second. And that one waffle boarded over the glass. 6 seconds remaining on the power play. 4:04 on the clock. Two shots on the man advantage here for the Jets as they quickly switch out their forward crew. Or switch out a winger and a centerman as well with the D is what they turn into. And that one worked back here by the Canucks, and that comes right in front of Jordy as he enters ice. Back to even strength, nothing going on the opening man advantage here for Stonewall. Orsaba trying to work that ahead. Smalcha, battle for it. Clements walks into that one, trying to work it free. Orsaba now through traffic. He couldn't get a shot away. Jamming away at the near side. And Hogg couldn't keep that one with him. And teeing up the big hit. Jets couldn't connect. Clements to the far side to Vitelli. Trying to work that one, and he won't ahead. Now to the far side. Clements comes in to give help. Big collision there. And Hogg lost his stick on the hit as he goes into the battle to pick that one up against the end boards. Orsaba plays it across. Jets controlling their own zone. 3 to go here in the opening frame. All Jets as they dump it in. Picked up by Osterman, and he'll work that ahead. Off the stick of Smalcha. And he'll come free with it as he walks that in. Shot by Werfel off the mark. And in Werfel picks up the rebound. Watched now by Kaczynski, and he'll work that free. Slatcher gets it on the give and go. Couldn't connect there. A little bit behind him as he whacks that in all the way behind. Chung fans on the opportunity. Gets it right back at the high circle. He'll play that across. Shot through traffic by the Jets. And just getting enough on the pad of that one's Murphy. Chipman works it down low. As Stonewall getting the pressure going. Kozowski couldn't get his stick on that one. Works it to the Slatcher shot. And that one held on for a whistle by Murphy. Great opportunity there. 2:15 to go here in the first. And there's a look as Stonewall cycles it around looking for their third of the night. And the Murphy will take that one as that's fired right at his chest. King in on the draw. One back now here and played across by Firth. Battle for it. That comes out of the zone. Barry Thornton now with the Thornton. Walks in. Stays with the Thornton. Centers across. Can't connect to Werfel. Fifth now with it. Plays it down low. Werfel in his skates. Thornton comes free with it. Thornton now plays it behind the goal. And Arneson tied up. Can't do much with it as he gets taken down right in front of the official. Tie up with some sticks there as they get caught behind the play. Puck dumped in. Nocombe giving chase as that's played away for the time being. And big hit there from behind as the Canucks try and come free with that shot wire of the net by Nocombe. Battle down low for it as that one pushed ahead there by DePrez. Stoven trying to hold at the line. That puck skips over him. Some bad luck there. 80 seconds to go as Chipman pushes it ahead. Chipman walks in. Lux fires that one off the side of the goal. Picks up the rebound. Centers in front, and tripped up in front was the centerman. And that puck worked out of the zone and ahead by Osterman. Osterman works it across. Cullen walks in. Fires, and that hit the sea of bodies in front. Turnover. Backhander wide of the goal for Osterman into the final minute here of the opening frame. Puck across on the blue line. Phillips now with it. His shot through traffic. And that one blocked by, it looks like Stoven there. Worked across. And quickly ahead. Hollard now with it. Puts on the brakes. Circles back. Lux centers across. Picked off by Phillips. Phillips to make his way head ice. And air pass there to Colin. 35 to go here in the opening frame. Parnell with the puck on his stick. And he'll look for a head pass. Up to Phillips. Osterman goes for a change. Phillips walks in, fires that one in on Hummenin. And Hummenin holds on for a whistle with triple twos on the clock. 22.2 or 22 seconds and 2/10. Shots 22 to 5. Stonewall Jets all over the Canucks as they lead by a score of 2-0. Slatcher getting the latest goal on a dump in from Larenko and outbeating the defender, chopping that one in from a tough angle as Larenko ices that one all the way down the ice. First one back, walking in. Bateman now with it. And he'll work around trying to get his second of the evening. Puck goes into the corner boards. 5 on the clock. As St. James to make their way on the far side. McIntosh jamming away at it. There's the horn. And it's 2-0 Jets. They lead on the shot clock 22 to 5 following the opening 20. We'll have the scoring and penalty summary coming right up here, followed by our out-of-town scoreboard. It's the Jets in front of the Canucks. As we take a look here at the out-of-town scoreboard in this one. Goal scoring starting it off for the Jets. Payne Bateman, his 4th of the campaign from Gavin Hollard and Carson King. Time of the goal, 11:59. At 13:24, great rush to outdo the icing by Rylan Slatcher. Gets his 3rd as he chips that one in from the goal line on the dump in from Austin Larenko. Lone penalty to report was Carter Jordy. He had a 2-minute for a tripping at 14:02, and that was able to get killed off by the Canucks penalty killers. Quick look here at the out-of-town scoreboard in this one. One other game on, that's out in St. Vital. Had some goal scoring early on as it's the battle between the Reals and the Victorias. And they still sit at 1-1 apiece. They're just over 3 minutes into the second frame. Davis with the goal for the Reals, and Anderson scoring for the Victorias, and he's been their points leader for them so far in the early campaign. A look ahead at what we got up for you on Friday. Friday night hockey on the MMJHL. We got the Seven Oaks Junior Hockey Club, and it's the Raiders in Fort Garry for 7:30. We also have the Transcona Railway Express in Charleswood as Charleswood tries to continue on to hang with the Royal Knights in the battle for first place. Same with the Reals, as the Royal Knights will be hosting the St. James Canucks. For the Canucks fans watching this one, that game at 7:30. All games at 7:30. And for your Stonewall Jets fans, we'll be giving you the action here again. Bring it to you live out in Morris as the Pembina Valley Twisters look for their first win of the new campaign. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with your cameraman, Nate Noble, and we'll see you all following the first intermission. It's 2-0 Jets in front of the home fans over the visiting Canucks. And as we get ready here for our second period action, here's a quick look at how the teams entered. Bringing in the standings coming up here today. Let's look at how where both teams sit. Coming in today here in the standings, the Jets just on the edge there of playoff contention inside of the top 8 and looking to build some padding there and skip ahead a couple teams there as they trying to look for 4 points to catch up to the Twins. Meanwhile, the Canucks trying to build their own little lead over the Twins with 5 points. We'll see how both these teams fare here as we get ready for the second frame in this one. Shot totals 22-5 in favor of the Stonewall Jets. I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with your cameraman, Nate Noble. And here's your scoring summary for the first 20 minutes. Peyton Bateman got his 4th from Gavin Hollard and Carson King at 11:59. At 13:24, Rylan Slatcher knocked in the dump and chase from the goal line for his 3rd from Austin Lorenko. Lone penalty, Cutter Jordy, trip at 14:02. And one last look here at that battle there in between the Victorias, who desperate for points early on at home against the Reals. And they got 5:40 remaining in the second frame. And they're down in that one. 2-1 is the score as they've seen their 1-0 lead evaporate. And Nathan Brzezinski with the goal. With that, we head here for another 20 minutes. Both centermen's in on the draw, ready to go. Osterman, or correction there, Wolfel, and he'll lose that one in the battle of the 12s. Hollard across to King, and the centering pass won't go early on here for the Jets. And the Jets trying to work that back to the point, iced all the way down. In on Hummanen. Hummanen plays that across to Lorenko. Stoven. Head pass to Bateman. Centered ahead, Carson King on the fresh ice. Up to Hollard. Walking in, Lorenko looking for a goal. He's assisting this one. Bateman fires that wide of the goal. Battle for it continues on. Jamming away at it on the near side. And that went off a couple sticks. Worked out of the zone. King can't scoop it up. And Osterman now with it. And Osterman dumps that one all the way down. Hummanen across to Lorenko. Lorenko long stretch pass off the skate of Stewart. And Cullen now walks in. Had a great opportunity early on. That went off the blocker. Wasaba plays that one across. Stewart right back to Wasaba. Into the zone comes Thornton, and he tries to center, tied up by a Jet. Jets come free, and they'll clear that one out. Stewart breaks that opportunity up, plays it back to Thornton. Thornton circles, or correction there, Cullen circles back in his own zone. And Cullen awaits, watched by Clemens. Trying to work that ahead is Slobosian. Watches Parnell at the line. Row blockade set up there by Karzowski. Works it free. Slatcher scores. And the Jets strike again. Slatcher, his 2nd of the night. And it's 3-0 Stonewall. What a game for Rylan Slatcher. And they jump on the turnover. Great stop by Karzowski coming in. And here's a replay. Karzowski works it free and finds Slatcher, and Slatcher puts that through on the 5-hole. And off the draw, Slobosian plays that ahead into the zone. And no icing on that, as that's worked to the near side here. Picked up by Slatcher, looking for the hat trick early on in this one. As the Jets work it ahead. Krasowski into the zone. Battle for it continues on. And that puck worked ahead and dumped all the way down the ice. Off a couple sticks. Bertelli with it. And save made as the net pops off the moorings at 17:25. So Alex Karzowski picks up the assist. And Rylan Slatcher picks up his second goal of the night. As Slatcher fires that one in on goal. Another Slatcher here, two of them on the Jets as the Jets play a cross shot through traffic. That went a little bit off the mark. Battle forward in the corner boards continues on as Arneson centers that one and Werfel. Oh, called at the line. That was close there. And here's a look at the replay. And that was a little bit behind there. Tough to see as Werfel has a little bit of a chat with the linesman. Werfel wins that back to Phillips. And Phillips works that across now to Jordy. Jordy puts on the brakes. Vitelli picks that one off, and they're going to call offside against the Jets at 16:55. And off the draw. Puck picked off, skipped into the zone. Battle for it continues on. And Werfel tries to get free from Chipman. And walking in now behind Kaczynski, trying to center that one. And picked up by Chipman. As the Jets struggled to get it on the centering pass out their own zone. Slatcher looks head ice. Vitelli chips it up. Stewart works that to the far side. And that pass worked right back now here. Ken Stewart as he tries to work that ahead. There's a shot by Kaczynski, and that one played up and out of play. Bring us a stoppage in play. Kai Smith ready to go in the circle. And on the tie up there against Cullen. Puck worked free by the Canucks. Canucks to make it a head ice. 4 minutes gone in the second frame. Slatcher adds on his second as Cullen looking to opening up the scoring here for the Canucks. And a great pad save by Humminen on the opportunity. Back to Warsaba, and that one skips off a couple sticks over the goal. Thorson trying to work it free. Battle continues on. Newcomb comes through and works it ahead. Warsaba stick handles that up to Purnell. Purnell cuts to the far side, circles right back in tight. Looks for an open man and plays it in behind the goal. Lorenko works that up to Newcomb. Back to Lorenko. Tries the reverse hit there on Collin. And Newcomb through traffic. Battle in behind the net. Wraparound jamming away at it. And Humminen swipes his glove. Knocks it free. Puck dumped all the way down. Wasaba giving chase. And that's an icing against the Jets. 15:07 on the clock. Shots 25-6. And off the draw, quick shot, puck skipped in front. Canucks come free, back to, we're trying to work that to Thomas Stewart as the battle ensues on the near side. And McIntosh now centers, paddled away, picks up the rebound behind the goal. McIntosh looking for the centering. And now Stewart held at the line, cuts across. Samacha now scoops that one up, knifed off his stick. And a good back check there. As it's worked ahead by the Jets. Kai Smith into the attack zone. Puts on the brakes. Scooped up. Newcomb Tries to center that one. And it's picked off. Quickly ahead is Ward. And Ward gets in a tangle with Slobosian as they both hit the ice. Long clear, scooped ahead. Carson King into the zone. King walks in, makes a little move, plays it back. And Osterman gets his stick on that one. Osterman feeds that ahead ice. And walking in, Arneson fires that off the glass on the missed opportunity. Phelps turns that one over. Bateman, and offside is Hillard at the line. 13:48 on the clock. Jets expanding on their lead. They're now leading 3-0. Shots in the frame. 3-3. And Warfall loses the battle of the 12s to Carson King. King walks in. What a toe drag to get past the other 12 there on the ice. Here's a look. And nice little toe drag there by Carson King to get past Aiden Warfall. And couldn't fire that one in on goal. As the two 12s get ready to battle it out again. Puck won and worked out the zone to the far side. Arneson giving chase. And here's a handful of Canucks right in front, jamming away. Hummenin makes the save. The puck is loose, and that pops off the moorings. We got stoppage in play, and Hummenin down. There's a Jets helmet off, and the fisticuffs as they're see if they can get. They are getting a couple punches in there, and that's hard to say who it is. Can't see the numbers from here, and it looks like it's Hogg who had his helmet ripped off. And Talon Hogg, we've seen him and his physicality in the couple games we've done here in Stonewall as this looks more like Stonewall's home opener here and how they played against Seven Oaks. And no penalties to come following the extracurricular activities after the whistle. And a correction there on that Ryland Slatcher goal. They're going to mark it unassisted, so no assist to Alex Karzowski. As they're going to bring the face-off here out of the zone. And they switch out Slatcher here and comes off. Chipman comes in, puck's dropped. Canucks work it ahead. Saboja and across to Chipman. Chipman ahead on the far side. And that's iced in at 13:16 on the clock. Shots 26-9. All Jets in this one leading 3-0 as the Canucks trying to find their way back into this hockey game down here on the road by 3, and they haven't had much offense. They'll have the opportunity here with the draw coming into the attack zone for Colin. And off the draw, Karzowski works that back and can't get it out of the zone. Tied up and hitting the ice there is Thornton as he works it ahead, but scooped up by the Jets in behind their goal. Slobosian with it. No Slobosian plays that to the far side. Off a couple sticks, and Chipman stays free with it. Centers and off a Canucks stick wide of the goal. Chipman in front, shot just over the goal. Brilliant opportunity for the Jets. Canucks trying to work it free. Karzowski turns that over. Here comes Colin on somewhat of a breakaway across to Warsaba. He couldn't get a shot away. Tied up with, looks like Karzowski, who's bumped a couple times off the puck. Battle through it for the traffic. Slatcher stays with it, and he'll turn that one over. Good back check, trying to break it up. Parnell centers across, and Hummenin with the save. And Thomas Stewart walks into that one. Hummenin didn't have to move. That one ricochets off his pad into the corner. Stewart, another opportunity, walks into that one. A big block by Slatcher, and he's in some pain. Shot through traffic, and Hummenin will hold that one as Slatcher able to get in with some of the physicality there. It looked like that was started up in front by, can't read the number there for the Canucks. Looked like a 15. I don't have a 15 on my roster. So as we near the midway mark of this hockey game, shots 26-11. Jets comfortably in control 3-0. Although we've seen some teams come back from 3-0 early on in the campaign. As Lorenko clears that one down. And that's going to be an icing. So they get ready now to test Hummenin again as they are going to move the face-off now over here to Hummenin's left. And Spencer Hummenin ready to protect his net as the two centermen stroll in. One back by the Jets. Larenko plays that across as he absorbs a hit, and it's going to be another icing. As first one back there is Wilson. Smalcha in on the draw for the Canucks. One back again by the Jets and iced all the way down again by the Jets, third time in a row. And they'll do this again as the Jets slowly kill a couple seconds off the clock each time. And they're going to now go back here to the right side of Spencer Hummenin. And in on the draw was Garshinsky. One free by Smalcha. Tries to center that one. As it looks like Slatcher went down there trying to pick that puck ahead was Brody Slatcher as he hit the ice. Larenko on the near side. Jabbing away at it with Vitelli into the feet of Garshinsky and ahead now Vitelli. To Larenko. Puts on the brakes. Stutter step and couldn't get that across. As Chung works that down low. Skirmish for the puck ensues on. As there's a Canuck that goes down for the time being. Puck worked ahead ice and all the way down. Slatcher ahead. Brody Slatcher enters the zone. Puts on the brakes. He'll look back. Cycles it all the way down low. Kai Smith puts that wide of the goal. Slatcher first on it. And Slatcher tries to work that across. Puck chipped all the way across. Chipman can't reach that one. Kai Smith gives chase. Icing waved off. And the Jets clear that one all the way down. Newcomb first one on it. And he'll get tied up and pickpocketed on the opportunity by Firth. Picked right back up. Kai Smith, wraparound opportunity. Pulls that to the point. Chipman can't hold, and that gets a free from him. Chipman's got to go. Osterman out battling him. Osterman walking in and brushes off the hit. Continues on, plays it down low. Battle for it continues on, trying to work that across there to Aiden Warfel. And that comes out of the zone. Walking in. Depress, back at forehands, and couldn't finish. Had the opportunity there. Newcomb's shot pad save. Comes to the line. And that looks like Sablosia knocked down. Left all alone. Arneson walks in, fires, pad save, rebound. And nothing going on the second opportunity for Hummenin. As the stick hits the ice there, as Hogg got tied up with the player. Don't know who lost their stick there. As Arneson works it ahead. Plays it away out of the loose lumber. Into the slot for Collin. And just off the top of the glove of Hummenin and into the netting. We're in the back half of this hockey game. As a great opportunity right there for Arneson, trying to get his team in this one. And they still can't find a way there. Two great opportunities with them on the initial shot and on the rebound. But the Canucks unable to solve Hummenin through the opening 21 minutes as that, or 31 minutes as that one rings off the iron on the shot from Phillips. And in the skirmish for it on the far side boards. Canucks come free. Phillips couldn't find that one into the shooting lane there as it was in his feet. Jordy jamming away at it. Carter Jordy works that ahead. Trying to get to Parnell. Parnell working away with Carson King. Battle ensues. Parnell comes free. Parnell plays that ahead past Lebosian. And Hogg puts on the brakes. He's got Bateman with him. Turns it over to Collin, but Slobosian, or Pollard picks that one up. Thorson plays it in, goes for a change with Parnell. Jets out from behind their own zone. Pollard. And he takes a little bit of a face mask as he works it ahead to Hogg. Scooped up at the line by Collin. Collins centers that to Carson King, not the guy you want to turn the puck over to, as he'll one tap that one in for Bateman. Bateman back to King, walking in, backhand, what a move by King. Couldn't beat Murphy though, in a little bit too tight. He had to stretch that a little bit farther if he wanted a chance. Larenko ahead on the near side. Hillard with it. He's got Bateman. Hillard fires in. Rebound scooped up by Payne Bateman, who opened up the scoring in this one. Then there's a shot by Stovin. That one rings off the glass. Bateman gets upended. Puck cleared out of the zone. Larenko outraces a couple of Canucks there as the tic-tac-toe hard into the centering opportunity for Bateman, and a Canuck tying him up as the Canucks work it the other way. Ward walks into the attack zone, looks for a feed, tight angle shot. Huminen holds on. Here's a look at a couple opportunities, and here's that opportunity for Carson King. Just got in too tight, had to pull that a little bit farther to get Murphy to fully commit to stretch out, to get that one tucked past him, and Murphy stayed with him, got the pad down. Brooks in the draw, ready to go. Skating onto the ice. Willie Goshinski ready to take him on. Brooks wins that back. Canucks control in the O zone. Wilson's shot gets blocked and quickly out. Slatcher works it across as he's got 2 goals in this one. And Rylan Slatcher plays that back and gets it on the give and go from his defenseman. Slatcher puts on the brakes, top of the circle, cycles across, Chung, and he couldn't get a shot away. Broken up by the Canucks. And Kunitz clears that one all the way down. He also has a goal and assist, and him and Anderson lead the scoring for this Canucks offense. As out of the reach of Kunitz, Brooks fires that one, and easy into the glove of Hummins as he slides across. .6:34 on the clock. Shots here in the second frame. 7 for the Stonewall Jets. Meanwhile, 11 for the Canucks. And 1 goal unassisted from Rylan Slatcher, his second of the game. Only to report in the frame. Off the draw, Stewart. His shot deflected in front. Humminen with the save. Can't find the rebound. Canucks come free. And the net came off the moorings. Tough break there for Stewart and crew as he was ready to go at the blue line. Again, I'm your host, Bentley Burnlow, with my cameraman, Nate Noble, bringing you tonight's action. 6:22 remaining here in the middle frame. 3-0 for the Stonewall Jets. As Humminen has the net set back on the moorings, and we're ready to go. Puck back to Stewart, and he'll work it out of his feet. That comes out of the zone. Stewart now with it, and watched by a handful there of Jets dumped in. Brody Slatcher plays it to the far side to Chipman. Of his reach, deflected in front. Jabbing away at the doorstep was the Canucks, and they couldn't connect there. Arneson, he'll play it to the far side. Osterman trying to outbeat Chipman. Picked up here by, and Werfel couldn't do much with it. Quickly on that one, and he got taken down behind the play. We do have a penalty coming up. So it's an interference call. Here's a look at the backdoor opportunity for the Canucks as they head to the power play. And right there, Humminen staying with it. And the power play for the Canucks, same as their rival, the Pembina Valley Twisters. 0%, haven't got anything to connect yet on the campaign. Meanwhile, the penalty kill for the Stonewall Jets, 66.7. That's 9th in the league. And off the draw. Battle forward ensuing on behind the goal. And that went a ring just over the goal. Phillips with it. And he'll play that back to the other side. Now working across. Ward fires. That one blocked. Carson King on it. And Garshinsky was the man guilty of the interference. One tap pass from Colin and robbing the opportunity as Humminen on the opportunity for Ward as Cullen one taps that one back and right in the slot. Perfect scoring opportunity. Won't go for the Canucks. And they'll get ready with the zone face-off here. 89 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Cullen as he's ready to go in the draw. And he'll win that one back to the point. Quickly across to Phillips. Phillips plays that one back to Purnell. Purnell works it down low, gets it right back. Purnell circles at the top of the circle, fires that one in. Loose, knocking away, trying to go backhand in on the 5-hole. Hummins shutting that down right away to make the stop as we're into the final 5 of the second period. Shots 29-20 as the Canucks urge closer in that department, but the score growing a little bit farther away from them. As Slatcher goes for the late change, and that's going to wave out Kai Smith. Stovin comes across, Lorenko comes in, he wins the draw, but Purnell corrals it before it can get out of the zone. Ward battling down low with Stovin. Smelcha coming in to give help, and Smelcha comes free with it. He'll work it back to the point, across to Phillips. Phillips, battle down low. Canucks come free. Cullen into the slot. Purnell, his shot deflected wide. Big block there by Vitelli. Battle for it in the near side boards. Canucks come free. Smelcha with it. And he tried to center that on the far side. Won't go. Off a couple sticks. Vitelli clears. 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage by the time a Canucks offensive player will pick that puck up. And Ward, he'll play that ahead ice as he walks in and had a hip check teeing him up. Stays with it though through a couple of jets back to the line for Phillips. Phillips across. Arneson, far side, and the Canucks couldn't accept that pass. Diving to break that up. The Stonewall doesn't come out of the zone. That's Slatcher on the breakup. Slatcher works that back, not out of the zone. Even strength. Both teams fail to connect on the man advantage. And that puck worked out of the zone. Kashinsky gives chase. Icing waved off. And Murphy works it to Arneson. Arneson had Slatcher right on him. He came off. Warfel picks that up right in front. And an error as the Canucks couldn't get the tip in on the play wide of the goal on the shot by Warfel trying to get the tip. Warfel can't connect on the tip in there. Icing waved off. Slatcher works that free. Arneson first on that. Centers across. Canucks with steam right in front. Jamming away at it. Humming down. And there's a shot. Big block there on the opportunity from Arneson. Stewart can't hold at the line. That one comes free for King with Bateman. Bateman walks in and he takes a slash. So Bateman looked like, we'll see. I thought he was offside. Does he stay just in the nick of time? Onside, draws a slash. His squad back to the power play. 0 for 1 on the night, trying to change their fortunes and expand their lead. And Aiden Warfel goes to the sin bin for 2 minutes. 2:50 on the clock. Shots 29-23 in favor of the Stonewall Jets. Carson King ready to go against Cullen. And Nicholas Cullen wins that one back. Shot right at Hollard at the line. Bateman holds that with Stovin. And that works all the way free to Hollard as everyone crashed in on the loose puck. King works that across to Hollard. Back to King. King through traffic. And King can't do anything with it. Clements. Back to Stovin. Stovin across to King. King looks, walks in, shot, rebound right in front. And Bateman, he'll get a stick on that one. Bateman technical goal, shot off the pad. Rebound comes into the corner boards. Bateman works that free from Osterman. Stovin plays it down low. Bateman crashes in front, but it's Nicholas Cullen taking it the other way across to Osterman, and Hollard outbeats him there on a great back check. Coming through with the puck as Hollard makes his way up ice. Outskates Ward to the far side. Now pushes past Cullen. And he'll take it all the way in behind the goal. Looks around trying to find a free body to work it to. Larenko with it from the line. Larenko watched by Cullen. Jets control down low. 44 seconds remaining on the man bench. Vitelli centers it. Phillips breaks it up. Vitelli jamming away at it. Murphy down and holds on for the whistle. 88 seconds remaining here in the frame. 38 on the man advantage as the Jets try to double up their lead here in the second frame before the horn goes. And Phillips will get changed out here for Smelcha as he'll center in on the draw against Clements. Clements wins that back, and Slatcher holds the line. Works it down low. Krasowski couldn't get his stick on that. Krasowski with a tight angle shot. Rebound loose in front, jamming away at it. Canucks on that in the blue jerseys. Can't work it out of the zone. Larenko plays it down low. And Larenko has that puck. Ghost right through his blade and all the way down the ice. Final minute of the second frame. Larenko, he'll play that ahead. 8 seconds on the man advantage. One last rush here for the Jets before we go back to even strength as the Jets power play falls to for 2. And right on to the stick here. Walking in, and that shot off the mark for Aiden Warfel. Great opportunity trying to get out of the box onto the board. Karzowski going the other way, and he takes a slash and gets knocked down. Extracurricular activity. He took a slash up high and went down, still laying down there. Looks like he's just protecting himself from the bodies as a Canuck lands near him. 34 and a 10th on the clock as they sort that out. Here's a chance at Brody Warfel's opportunity out of the box, or correction there, Aiden Warfel fires that one in, pad save. And Slatcher getting into it there as him with Thomas. So Ryland Slatcher will make his way to the penalty box. As well as Ward. And Ward still exchanging some words there with Slatcher. And getting walked away by the linesman there is also Thomas Stewart, who, if my memory serves me right there, was the guy who got the original call. As Osterman waits outside of the referee's arc, waiting to see what's going to happen. Same with Stoven. Now Clements right in front of the Canucks bench there, in front of Cooper Johnson, and Werfel gives him a little shove away. So it's a Jets power play, unless if we got stuff even out here. And we're waiting for what they're going to put on the board. They have, as of recently in the games I've seen, though, they do like those retaliation calls and evening stuff out. We've seen a fair bit of that, and we'll see if we'll see that here. It's a 4-minute, though, for Thomas Stewart. And that was a little bit of a cross-check slash to the face. So the Jets got the double minor power play here, 4-minute power play. So Ron Slatcher gets a rough in, Werfel gets a slash, and Willie Garshinsky with the interference from earlier on. And they haven't added those other penalties on there. We'll hear them, get them too as soon as we can. There's a shot by Stoven, doesn't get through. Bateman now with it down low. Back to Stoven. Cycles around, 20 to go. At the back door, Carson King. Beautiful opportunity to stretch the lead. And that's going to get iced all the way down by the Canucks. And Osterman giving chase. Stoven first back, 4 to go. Stoven in behind his goal. And brushed off the puck there by the 12 of Warful, correction, who I thought was in the box there. And we'll get you those penalty summaries coming up your way here with the goal scores. Shots on goal for the second frame for the Stonewall Jets. They had a total of 12. Meanwhile, for the Canucks, they had a shot total of 18, giving us our totals of 34-23. In favor, sorry about that. There we go. In favor of the Stonewall Jets. And here is your scoring and penalty summary coming up. One goal to report in the second period. Ryan Slatcher, his fourth, second of the game, unassisted at 1:47 into the frame. Penalty summary started off Willie Garshinsky with a 2-minute for interference at 14:16. Aiden Warfel had a slash at 17:10. And then the handful of penalties at 19:26. Ryan Slatcher had a 2 minutes for a rough, offset by 2 minutes for a rough by Jaden Ward. Then Thomas Stewart on the initial call had the slashing call and then gave the cross check up high to Slatcher, and that was so it would be the cross checking and the slashing, the difference makers in those two, which gave the 4-minute power play for the Stonewall Jets, and they got 3:26 of that power play remaining. And we'll take one look at the out-of-town scoreboard before I let you go here for the intermission break. And your update coming your way here from St. Patel. And they got 2 minutes remaining in regulation. It's 3-2 Reals in that one. Davis, Brashinsky, and Dubois scoring for the Reals. Anderson and Edwards for the Vicks in that one. So Carson Dubois, his first of the campaign, the difference maker in that game. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brantlow, from my cameraman Nate Noble, and we'll see you all following the second intermission. It's the Jets building on their lead. They're up 3-0 over the Canucks. And welcome back, hockey fans, as both teams get ready to take the ice here momentarily. Take a quick look back at that last frame. One goal to report, and it was unassisted, his second of the game, fourth of the campaign for Ryland Slatcher. Shot total is through 40, 34 for the Jets. Meanwhile, 23 for the Canucks. Jets 0 for 2 on the power play, but they got 3 minutes and 26 seconds of power play opportunity remaining on the double minor. Canucks 0 for 1 on their lone power play opportunity. As we got third period action coming your way here. And off the drop, puck is dumped into the zone. Stoven picks that one up, and he'll leave that one on. Stoven now to push it ahead. Cross ice on the far side, dumped in, giving chase. Bateman tries to center that one, coming way over his net to play that is Murphy. Murphy works that away all the way down. Stoven gives chase. In behind his goal is Hummenin, and Hummenin works that up ice off the stick of Bateman. Right back into Stoven. Stoven now with the puck on his stick. And Stoven, he'll leave that one back to Bateman. And Bateman dumps that all the way down off a couple sticks up to Hummenin. And Hummenin dumps that in. 2:36 to go on the man advantage. Puck worked ahead here by Stonewall as Stoven plays it back to Bateman. Bateman trying to work it ahead ice for Chung, and that one won't go. Quick shot, Bateman in front, backhander looking for his second, won't go. Jamming away at it. Stoven watches the line, stays with it, tic-tac-toe, gets past Collin. Back to Stoven. Off of Collin to Stoven. Carson King walks in, plays it down low for Bateman, and he rings that one off the iron. King down low, Chung, Bateman. Bateman works back. 152 on the man advantage. King back off a couple sticks to Bateman. Bateman to Stoven. Stoven fires that deflected and reaching his glove out to make the save and hold on for the whistle is Murphy. Here's a look at that opportunity in front. Earlier on, Murphy doing his job. So 1:41 remaining on the Jets power play. Jets power play on the evening is 0 for 3. Trying to change their fortunes as Kozowski gets tangled up on the draw. Back to the point. Jets control. Shot through traffic. Deflected off the stick there of Arneson, it looks like, or Firth. Battle for it down low. And the net must have came off its moorings. And there's some extracurricular activity as Murphy had to make a stop as the puck came on him after the whistle on a sharp shot from Karzowski. And some exception taken to that by both teams. Karzowski's going to get a penalty for a slash, and that's going to do it for the man advantage. 4-on-4 hockey coming your way in between the Jets and Canucks. So the Jets power play ends this night, not this night off completely here, but falls to 0-4. Meanwhile, another power play opportunity here for the Canucks, whose power play is 0 for 1 coming into this one. Shots in the frame, 2-0 in favor of the Jets. Slatcher wins that one back. Pass across to Hogg. Hogg fans on it. Tie up ensues on. Big hit. Hummenin works it ahead on the far side. Slatcher can't catch up to that one. Sabosian picks it up. Sabosian through traffic. Jams it ahead to Vitelli. And loose puck. Slatcher tries to work it through traffic. Canucks come free. Here come the Canucks. Trying to get the centering pass right in front. And another great save there for Hummenin. Vitelli giving chase. Puck scooped up here by his squad. as the Jets control from behind their own goal. Ahead on the near side. Slatcher plays that across. Sabogian turns it over into the zone. And a great back check by Hogg. Here comes Hogg. Turns ice the other way. Parnell breaks that one up. Cullen now with it. Here comes Cullen to make his way ahead ice. Cullen walks in. Avoids a hip check. Jets to force it the other way. And Phillips has that glove down. Battle for it. Parnell walks in, takes a hook, and save made on the opportunity. So we got 1 second to 4-on-4. Parnell draws a hooking call, and the Canucks a great opportunity to get in on this one. And we'll find the guilty Jet making his way towards the penalty box. And that's going to be Adam Newcomb called on the hook. So 1 second here and 3-on-5, and we got a power play brewing here for the Canucks. 5-on-3 for the Canucks, a long one at that, as Ward makes his way behind the goal. Back to Parnell, to Ward. Cross ice pass won't go. At the point, Arneson and Stewart there on the opportunity across to Phillips. He rang that one off the iron. Stewart across Parnell. Parnell holds at the line. Battle for it to Parnell. Shot through traffic and a blocker save. Jets clear. Puck all the way down. Parnell to work it ahead ice. And Parnell walks in. Continues on through traffic. Backhand, forehand. And that one deflected by Huminen up and over the netting. 101 as we work our way back here to 4-on-5 hockey. So the Jets power play falls to 0-4. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, the Canucks 0-2. Trying not to make that 0-3. They got 52 seconds remaining on man advantage here as they look to turn back ahead ice. And quickly ahead here come the guys in blue on the near side. Where Saba plays that ahead. Icing waved off. Great race there for the loose puck. Battle for it down low. 15:05 to go. Canucks play it back to the point. Stewart across. Down low. Save made. Stewart. Cross pass. Arneson can't get that one through. And Arneson brushes off the hit. Slobosian on him. Lard with the hit. Across to the near side. Wasaba. And his shot doesn't get through the traffic. And that puck cleared all the way down. 8 to go on the man advantage. That came in on goal there for the veteran Connor Murphy. Even strength we go. Jets kill off the 5-on-3 and the as Worth centers that across. Loose puck, scooped up. Clements got to go. He's got Strobin with him. Clements rings that one off the glass and out of play. 14-14 on the clock. So special teams offerings come up here for both teams, and both teams put it up empty-handed. Shots here in the third period. Stonewall Jets 3, and those 3 as well tacked on for the Canucks. King on the draw, and that one won back by Nicholas Collin. Phillips, he'll try and work that ahead. Picked off by the Jets. Scooping up is Thornton. Thornton plays that on the touch pass to Cullen. Cullen into the zone. 6 gone in the frame. Hummon holds that one on for a whistle as his team holding on to a 3-0 home lead. Up the draw on the opportunity. Here comes Cullen as he'll work that to the point. Bateman picks off it, chips it ahead. Here comes Clements walking across. Got King streaking down. King gets a stick away. Rebound in front. Jets couldn't have anyone to pick that up. And here come the Canucks back on the counter. And they leave that one back. Cullen walks into that one. Save made. Rebound loose in front. Bateman on it. Bateman puts on the brakes. King holds that one at the line. Looks around. Feeds Bateman. And Bateman up the far side. Cutting towards the goal. In behind. Centers in front. And picked off there by Parnell, the only guy around. He'll dump that one in. Hogg will outdo it. No icing called as Hogg scoops that puck up to Bateman. Bateman ahead. Works back at the line. There's a shot from DePrez, and that held on for a whistle on the opportunity as Evan DePrez walks into it. Here's a look at what started the attacks here as Bateman feeding King across on the 2-1. Murphy staying with these two teams here, keeping his squad in it as the Canucks did what you can do for the best defense, and that's have a great offense. As Hogg plays it in behind the goal, the Canucks offense here as Wilson holds it in his own zone, still unable to solve Hummenin. Battle for it continues down low. And that one comes out to the line. Shot in on net. Murphy works it across. Wilson battling away at it with Newcomb. Jets come free, and they circle that one. Slobosian plays that to the far side, and Wilson works that away. The Jet hits the ice, and the referee's hand comes up into the air, and getting a high stick there, clipped under the cage. Trying to see the down Jet there, and into the sin bin goes Michael Firth. So the Jets power play struggling 0 for 4, looking for a better future in that statistic and have a great opportunity here. Kozowski set in the draw, ready to go. And the Jets got missing a defenseman out there, so Kozowski's going to get away from the draw as Chung skates on. Vitelli comes back, Chung into the draw. He can't go because he just came on. He gets waved out, and Bateman takes that one. And it's won by Werfel, but Vitelli controls. He loses that one. Osterman streaks up the far side. Osterman cuts towards the goal, fluttered up off the paddle, and controlled by Vitelli. Bateman on the near side. Great opportunity going the other way there for the Canucks on the rush by Caden Osterman. Battle for it ahead. Puck worked across. Kozowski tries to center that one, and there's a shot in on goal. It won't go. Battle on the near side. Kozowski across from Larenko. Feed in front. And no one home to accept that one. Back to Larenko. He'll pass it across. Loose puck in front. Nothing going. Puck broken up. Kozowski in on that. As they battle that one away. A minute remaining here on the man advantage for the Jets. Skirmish puck comes right into the slot. Vitelli scoops it up. He'll circle back. And he gets knocked down by Ward. Puck held at the line. Stovin works it across to Hogg. In for Slatcher, looking for the hat trick. Won't go on the man advantage. 35 ticks remaining here for the Jets. With the extra man out as Hillard walks into the zone. Knocked off by Wasaba. Puck comes all the way down. Stovin gets chase. And to push this puck ahead. And into the zone. Stovin can't keep up to that. As we head to even strength Jets power play. 0 for 5. As Hillard works it to Ward. Hasn't hurt them though as they continue on with their 3-goal lead as Phillips works that cross, tries to get it right back from Cullen. Cullen picks it up himself, goes around to the near side boards across to Carter Jordy. Jordy's opportunity sticked away by Hummon. And the puck comes all the way down. Jordy from behind his own goal, back half of the third. Chipman picks that one off. Here comes Chipman going the other way, walks in, fires, and that one in and out. As Slatcher can't get that ahead, Purnell clears that one in. Here comes Chipman, up to Newcomb. Clements walks in, and that one deflected wide. Puck now to the top of the circle, worked free by Purnell. Purnell skates all the way, puts on the brakes, cycles across, jamming away in front, worked the way here, and played right back in. Slatcher, he'll work that one out of the zone. Puck comes all the way down. And Stewart turns back the other way. 8:42 to go here in regulation. It's go time here for the Canucks. They've got some shots, but haven't been able to find the back of the netting. And seeing if they can beat some weather here. As Collin plays it across. Arnson walks in, puts on the brakes across, and Stewart has that roll off his backhand as Karzowski plays it the other way. Wilson picks that one off, tic-tac-toe, and the net popped off on the save from Hummon. 8:10 on the clock, and here's a look as this one went barring out. Some luck for the Canucks as Chipman tried to make it a 4-0 lead. So Wilson heads to the bench. Warsaba comes out to take his position. And off the draw, quick shot. Jets come free, Karzowski. And he'll dump that all the way down the ice. Giving chase to Slatcher. And he'll outdo the icing. What a night for him. At the point, played to the far side by Hullard. And Stewart takes a big hit by Hogg right as he made contact with the puck. Correction there, Osterman. And we got some extracurricular activity behind the whistle here. And Warfel going at it. And Hogg's stick goes flying up in the air. He's tied up with Osterman on who collided with the hit, which we'll see a replay here shortly. And Warfel still tied up with a Jet. Can't read the number. And that's Slatcher down there. Ryland Slatch or Slobozhin. Mind you that. Noah Slobozhin tied up there with Aiden Warfel. 7:43 on the clock. And here's a look at the hit that started this all. Osterman, let's see if he made contact with the puck before and oh, that was perfect timing it looks like. At least from my opinion, he was stretching out. I think he touched it right as he made contact, and that's definitely what the referee thought. As Noah Slobozhin makes his way into the penalty box, as well as the Jet, or for the Jets, mind you, as well as the Canuck. And I missed the Canuck number there. Nothing on the board. As Carson King and Phillips wait the call, having a little bit of chat with the linesman and maybe voicing what he thought could have been an interference call. 7:43 on the clock. We got 5-on-5 hockey. Should just even out here. And no, the Canucks are going to get a penalty. It's a power play for the Jets, and you can see Ryan Dix not liking the call there. Unless if they're going to say it's just in their zone. But it looked like they pointed, and they are opening up the Canucks penalty box. And Ryan Dick not happy about the call there, as he's having a chat with the referee. And they got Cullen to skate over. So the Jets, as it's Parnell in the penalty box, will get power play number 6. 0 for 5 as Stoven takes the draw, plays it across, and we'll get the update on those calls as Stoven chips that ahead. Battle for it down low. Time of those penalties, 12-17. As Bateman gets taken down across to King to Stoven. Hammond thought it was a penalty as he went to skate towards the bench. Makes his way back to the goal. As Stoven plays it ahead to Horde. Picked off by Ward. Ward not enough on that one. As Stoven breaks it up, trying to feed McIntosh. McIntosh cutting across. King comes into play. McIntosh roofs that one on the opportunity. Hillard skating around, 7 gone, or 7 to go here. As Hillard walks into the line, across to Bateman. Bateman fires through the traffic. Blocker save by Murphy and up into the netting. On the save by Carl Murphy at 6:47. As we look here for an update on those penalties. And we got timeout, Stonewall Jets. So Stonewall Jets will take their timeout here, 30-second timeout, 6:47 to go in regulation. They got 65 seconds of man advantage. And I just see the Noah Slobosian and Aiden Warfel roughing at 12:17. See if we can get the Parnell penalty for you that was tacked on. As they've been yet to announce it. Oh, now they added it. They've give, as it stands here, on what I have, they give Aiden Warfel two minutes for roughing. And that could also just be an error, and that 12 could be a 21 of Parnell for a rough. But that is what is the difference maker there in that last skirmish. Off the draw, one back to Larenko. Larenko, McIntosh trying to center it. Larenko. So they give Warfel 4 for roughing, so that is the correct call there. As Slatcher puts on his brakes, across, Vitelli walks in. Back to Larenko. Larenko fires and got past Jordy, but smothered up before the rebound could be tapped in, and the extracurricular activity. Osterman getting into it with, I don't know who that is there on the Jets, and he's not too happy as he's getting ushered away. He has his face mask pulled off, and he's getting a rough. And that's Larenko. So Austin Larenko will head to the sin bin, and we go back to 4-4 for 34 seconds. So the Jets, by that, their power play falls to 0-6 on the night. Meanwhile, the 0 for 3 power play gets another opportunity for the Canucks coming up here. And they'll have 86 seconds at it. Following the 4-on-4. As Wasaba from behind his own goal, watched by Kai Smith. He'll go head ice and work that through the neutral zone. Big hit there as Kai Smith works it across as the Jets take their men. Walking in. Gashinsky knocked away by Wasaba. Stays behind the goal. And he's rubbed off the puck. Power play now controlled here by the Canucks. 82 seconds to go on the man advantage for the blue jerseys. We got a hook coming up, or a high stick. It's going to be against the Jets. Puck chased down, and here we go. It's 68 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey as Slobosian makes his way out of the sin bin and coming in to fill that loose position as Kai Smith as he's a talk to the referee on the high stick. So high sticking called there behind. There's the referee tries to even up the power play opportunities here and the penalties. And Ryan Dick calling for his timeout. Timeout Canucks. They'll take their 30-second timeout at 5:24. And a brilliant opportunity here. They got Austin Lorenko in the sin bin, and he's sharing a spot in there with Kai Smith for 68 seconds. Then it becomes a Canucks 5-on-4 man advantage. Again, as we mentioned, the Canucks haven't yet scored on the power play and are 0 for 3 in today's game. As the Jets look to improve their penalty kill up from 66.7%, they've killed off 3. So a big turning point here with 5:24 to go, and Osterman wins that back off the Cayman Osterman draw, where Saba works that down low. And they're going to call Kai Smith for slashing, not the high stick. Where's Saba now with it? Across to Stewart. Thomas Stewart waits. He'll work it down low. 45 seconds remaining on the first power play here for Ward. Fires. Blocker save. And Warsaba plays that to the point to Ward. Ward looks ready across. Thomas Stewart. Fans on that one as he overskated the puck. Stewart works it down low. Arneson quickly fires it across for Warsaba. Warsaba looks around. He's got 20 to go on the first power play. Shot through traffic. Played into the corner by Huminen. Back to Warsaba as he'll take that from a couple passes, and that deflected off of Osterman wide of the goal. Bad bounce for St. James. Warsaba across. Gets it back from Thomas. There's a shot through traffic wide of the goal, and one power play down. Austin Lorenko walks in to get part of the diamond there and up off the lumber out of play. Good penalty killing here from the Jets. 4:11 to go. 47 seconds remaining on the Kai Smith slash as the Canucks power play falls to 0 for 4 on the night. Colin ready to go against Garshinsky. Garshinsky wins that one, and the Jets send that one ice wide all the way down. Parnell leaves that one for Phillips. Phillips to go ahead, plays it to the far side. And McIntosh, touch and go to Parnell. Parnell trying to outdo Hogg on the far side to Phillips. Phillips across. McIntosh couldn't accept that pass. 20 seconds on the man advantage. McIntosh knocked off the puck on the hit. Up to Phillips across at the blue line. Phillips gets that right back. He'll work it one-timer for Colin. Big block there. Great opportunity. And Hogg stretching out to get the block in. 5 seconds on the man advantage. McIntosh circling back to Phillips. Even strength. Save made by Humnen. So 5 power plays killed off as the Jets ice that in on Murphy. Murphy goes to play it as Garshinsky was chasing it down. Phillips to the far side. 3:05 to go in regulation here as the Jets get the momentum going thanks to the help of their penalty killers. As Collins centers that dangerous opportunity in front for Osterman. He gets tied up, works through the stick battle. Caden Osterman back to Phillips. Phillips shot through traffic. Picked up by Stoven. And Slatcher works that ahead. Here come the Jets. Payne Bateman takes ahead and puts on the brakes, gets past a Canuck, tries to make some space. He's surrounded by 3 Canucks as he hit the ice. Loose puck picked up now here by Phillips. He plays that across. And the physicality breaks up the Canucks rush into the zone. Payne Bateman skates up with that. Tied up with Warsaba. Centered by Arneson. To Warsaba, now touch and go up into the zone. Smalcha walks in, fires that one in, and Hummen holds on for the whistle at 2:12. Shots 44 to 36. Jets lead 3-0, trying to preserve the shutout here with 2:12. Kashinsky in on the draw against Samalcha. Samalcha wins that one back. Jets first on it. Can't get past Phillips. He plays that one narrowly off the glass in behind the goal. Stovin in on it. He'll work that one ahead. Battle for it down low. Chipped ahead here by Warsaba. Past Stovin. Loose puck trying to center. It won't go. Phillips on that one. And puck worked out of the zone and all the way down by Evan DePreza. Quick battle for it. Newcomb comes through with it as Newcomb battled up by Warsaba, and he takes a stick up high. It's going to be a penalty. So with 99 seconds to go in the game, power play opportunity number 7 of the night for the Stonewall Jets. As Warsaba goes to the box for the 2 minutes on what should be a slash. Lorenko Chipman ready to go out there with Newcomb. Kashinsky out there as well as DePreza. Kashinsky in on the draw. And that one went back by the Canucks. That's Thorson. And cleared in on Hummin. Lorenko to work his way ahead ice. Walking in. Puck play back to Goshinsky. Goshinsky works it down low. Newcomb in behind the goal. He's got plenty of space there as he puts on the brakes. Works it to the forehand and pickpocketed Canucks to go ahead on the near side. Dumped in by Thornton wide of the goal. Jets ahead on the near side. Goshinsky into the zone. Final minute of regulation. And that puck cleared all the way down here by the penalty killers as Brooks goes for a change. Lorenko scoops it up. 45 in regulation as Austin Lorenko skates past a handful of Canucks. Puck rolls off his stick. Loose puck picked up by Vitelli. He can't do much with it as it he wasn't able to settle that puck down. Clements ahead and into the zone for Lorenko. Puck worked all the way around, bouncing up in the air. Calmed down by the Jets. Jets calm it down. Vitelli's shot blocked. And now ahead comes Ward. Ward has Lorenko to beat. Him and Lorenko get tied up. Ward takes a hard hit from Lorenko. Battle down low. 10 to go in regulation. And the Jets just kill time as Vitelli. So Lorenko and crew going to congratulate Hummin. Spencer Hummin gets his second shutout of the campaign just as he started off the regular season. And stay tuned, we'll have our 3 stars coming up your way here. Final shots 44-39 for the victorious Stonewall Jets as they congratulate Spencer Hummin. Shots in the frame, total of 10 for the Stonewall Jets, 14 in total for the Canucks. And with that, we'll take a look here at our 3 stars in tonight's game. No scoring to report in the third frame. Starting it off, our 3rd star in tonight's game. He was all over the ice, picked up an assist in this one, and did his job from the Stonewall Jets, our 3rd star in tonight's hockey game. Number 19, Gavin Hollard. 2nd star in tonight's game, found the back of the goal twice in this one, was the difference maker for his team with 2 goals from the Stonewall Jets. Their 2nd star in tonight's game, number 13, Rylan Slatcher. And today's 1st star, picking up his 2nd shutout of the new campaign with the total of 37 saves from the Stonewall Jets. Their starting goaltender, number 1, Spencer Hummin. And as we'll give you an update here from St. Vital before we let you go in this one. Again, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with your cameraman, Nate Noble. The Stonewall Jets get their 2nd shutout. Meanwhile, the Reals top the Vicks in overtime. So the Reals battle continues on with the River East to stay perfect on the campaign. So we'll take a quick look here at the standings. Pull it up. Here we go. Here's our standings. So the Reals add 2 more points with the overtime win. They're the first team to break double-digit points, 5-0 on the campaign. As we mentioned, the Victorias, they get 1, they're 3 points, but the Jets move up and they squeeze themselves up past the Raiders and the Canucks as they get 4 points, moving themselves up into 6th spot. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with your cameraman, Nate Noble. And that's all she wrote for this one. Have a good night. We'll see you all on Friday. Bring you some action. And before I let you go again, I'll just go over here our games coming up for both these teams. And Friday night's action, the Canucks out in River East at 7:30, and I will be bringing you the Stonewall Jets, who improved to 2-2, taking on the Pennant Valley Twisters, who look for their first win. Meanwhile, the Royal Knights try and stay perfect as the Canucks try and battle back to 500. Both those games are at 7:30 in River East and in Morris. Again, we'll be covering the Twisters and the Jets. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with your cameraman, Nate Noble. And it's the Stonewall Jets improving back to 500 hockey with a 3-0 shutout over the visiting St. James Junior Canucks. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys all live at 7:30, live from Morris, in between the Jets and Twisters. Till then, take care, and have a good evening.